Hi, and welcome. We're here talking about canine lullabies, music that can be used to calm your dog. And I am with Mr. Terry Woodford, who is a music therapeutic expert. And he has had lots of experience with using canine lullabies and seen for himself how these lullabies work in a variety of different ways. Some of those ways that they're being used now today are in thousands of kennels and boarding facilities and such throughout the country. Is that correct, Terry?
Right, particularly the animal rescues and humane societies. You know, these dogs are usually picked up off the street or somebody brings it in because of a lot of times behavioral problems. And so they're in a cage, they're in an unfamiliar place, there's a lot of other dogs around barking, they're afraid,
Sure.
you know, they're dislocated from the normal environment. And so the longer that the dogs are kept in that situation, sometimes the more aggressive they get. So it's really important if the Humane Society or the shelter can keep these dogs calm and get them acclimated to the environment until they can be adopted. Because the problem is, if they don't keep calm and they get more aggressive, then they can't be adopted and they're euthanized. So the way they're being used there, sometimes they play them on overhead playback systems where they have to roll the bass down because the heartbeat's a little too loud.
Okay.
Or they can just have a boom box. I know there's a rescue in Pennsylvania where they only keep inbred dogs and court-held dogs. And for the most part, those kind of dogs end up being euthanized, sadly enough.
Sure.
And so when he first tried it, I told him, I said, well, just put it on a boom box, play it at a low volume, push repeat on your CD player, play it at the same time every evening, and it should work. Well, I know he was skeptical, and it's really hard to believe that a human heartbeat as the rhythm of traditional lullabies is going to calm dogs.
Yeah.
So I waited about a week and a half and gave him a call back, and he said, well, I'll have to admit I was skeptical, but he said, I did like you said. You know, I pushed repeat on the player, played it at a low volume for all 40 dogs. He said, we run everybody out of here about 5 o'clock in the evening. And he said, it took 90 seconds. And all 40 dogs were calm and they slept through the night. Because you can just let it play all night long. And they'll tune it in and tune it out. So those are the kind of stories from all over the United States and England and Ireland right now that we're getting, particularly England and Ireland and Australia, where they're able to calm these dogs in these shelters. It makes it easier for the employees too, because when you got a lot of barking dogs all the time,
Oh yeah, all day long.
It's a little tough. And then they let a new dog into the kennel and they all start barking, oh, they were out too, you know.
Sure.
But this can keep them calm, and the reason I guess that I decided to really pursue the Canine Lullabies project was when I was invited to our local Colorado Humane Society, and I saw 50 dogs calm in less than 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
And I thought, whoa, nobody's going to believe this. So that next week we went back and we videoed it, and we had a stationary camera where you could see there was no editing. And then we have a rover camera that was going right down the aisle between the dogs, and not one dog got up and barked. And they calmed down, except they did let a dog in the back of the kennel after they did. We're all just about calm. They let a dog in. I said, well, let it keep, you know, signal, let it keep running. And it took only less than 2 minutes for all the dogs to calm down. And if you let it continue to play, they'll stay that way and they'll go to sleep usually. If not, they're relaxed.
Wow, I don't know why every kennel, in the country wouldn't want one of these.
Well, slowly but surely they're finding out about it. There are some reasons. You know, when it was first tested by the American Boarding Kennels Association, there were 95 kennels that said it reduced separation anxiety, diarrhea in the kennels, kept the dogs from being more aggressive, made them more adoptable. But there were other ones who said, if our employees have to listen to those canine lullabies all day, they're going to quit. So I tried to explain, no, you don't have to play it all day. You just play it when your dogs are upset, or you play it at night when
they're gone.
Yeah, when they're gone.
People are gone.
And then there was another kennel in New Hampshire that was interesting to me. It was a boarding facility, very sophisticated boarding facility. They said, we think that your lullabies with the heartbeat are very interesting, but we have more cultured dogs here. Our dogs prefer smooth jazz.
Oh, really?
Well, in reality, I think it might have been the owner thought that was
preferred
cool.
The smooth jazz.
Preferred the smooth jazz and might think that would impress his clients, you know, and their dogs. And then a lot of them will play classical music because they think it's cool. The dogs don't think it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
So they have their own choices of music sometimes because they, again, what are they trying to do? They're trying to say, well, I like it, the dogs must like it too. where it can help is if you were playing calming music. If your employees, if the people working in these places are upset because of all the barking and they can hear music and it calms them down, well, the dogs can sense that the people taking care of them are calmer, but I don't think really that it has that much effect.
The music itself isn't what's calming the dogs down.
No,
sure. Okay. Wow, fascinating. Well, you know, we'd like to encourage you to go to yourcaninelullabies.com where you can download a free Canine Lullaby song. You can put it on a CD player, an MP3 player, or play it on your iPod, and maybe take it to a kennel near you or to your vet who has boarding facilities or a rescue team somewhere in your city that rescues animals, rescues dogs, and give this to them as a gift, and they might just really, really appreciate it. It's been effectively proven to calm these dogs, as Terry was saying, in amazing ways. So try it for yourself and see if you can't help promote a calmer, happier dogs in your city.